Hello, lovely people. Welcome to episode 21st of Unspoken Experiences. In case you're wondering what unspoken experiences are, then these are weekly live sessions that we started, wherein we bring personalities like you and me to share their experiences of overcoming hurdles and obstacles in life from which we all can learn. So today also we have an absolutely inspiring and motivating person coming to share his experience of overcoming difficulties in life. So let's wait for him to join in. And so how are you all been, like during these difficult times? How are you all holding up? I hope you all are doing well and are taking care of your health as well. So let us wait for our today's guest to come to the live, then I'll add him to the live. So to give a little bit brief description of who our today's guest is. So he is oh, there he is. So let's hear about him from him itself. So let me take him to the live. Hi Shubham, how's life?
How are you?
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
No.
Yeah, now can you hear me?
Yes, now you're audible.
Hi Ashima, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How's life?
Going on?
Great. I don't know if it's with me, but your voice is a little bit low. I cannot hear it properly.
Hello. Hey, speak a little loud.
Yes. Uh,
Yeah, now it works.
yes, now it's perfect.
I guess my microphone was covered.
Okay. No issues. But now it's
Yeah,
perfectly all right. So, so
I
let's
feel
start
nervous
with.
and good at the same time to be here with everyone.
Oh, I can understand, but it's all right to be nervous. So,
Yeah.
so before we start with this session, would you like to introduce yourself to everyone?
Yes. So I am Shubham Ranjan Biswal. I am 24 years old. I am MSc in chemistry. I just completed my MSc in chemistry, in organic chemistry. I am studying in Mumbai, Thane specifically. I'm living, and for now I am in Qatar with my parents, and I'm like studying for my future entrance exams, which is in September and December. So I'm like living here and preparing for it.
Pretty much packed up,
Yeah.
packed up schedule.
Yeah,
That's
but
nice.
the situation in India is much more worse. Like here, it is
Yes,
like the situation is not bad, but in India, please take care, guys. Everyone who is in India and watching us, please be safe.
yes. I also request everyone to be safe and stay at home. And you also take care there
Yes,
because
please.
Corona is everywhere. So, what
Yeah.
experience would you like to share with us today?
So today, the experience which I'm gonna share, I call it my happy failure. So it is happy, but it is a failure. So I call it. I'll explain it in two different parts. Okay. So first, I'll tell what was the failure is. So I was a bright student in my school. I scored good in 10th and 12th. And like every typical student, like either you take engineering or you take medical. So I was aspiring to be an MBBS doctor and I was preparing for it. And then what happened was after 12th, it is not that easy to get into a medical college directly. So I took 1 year drop and I studied for it. and things were going in my side, and I was very happy. And I used to ask my dad that, mom, dad, do you think I'll pass the exam, I'll get into medical college? So every typical Indian mom, she would say, हाँ बेटा तेरा हो जाएगा, don't worry, तू पढ़ ले, तेरा हो जाएगा, भगवान तेरे साथ है, तेरा हो जाएगा. That happens in every house. But my dad, he's my idol of my life, and he's always like, देख तेरे नसीब में होगा तो पक्का हो जाएगा. You give your 100%, you do what feels good, and then we'll see. If it works, well and good. If it doesn't, we'll think something else. But always have a second idea in your mind. And because of my dad, I'll always have a second, what you say, option in my life, and that worked out for me. So the first year, the drop was going well, and suddenly the government, they changed the rule for the entrance exams. So it was AIPMT. It suddenly changed to NEET, and the syllabus was changed, and everything was changed. And it was so, I must say, it was so saddening. It was like so bad for me that I was thinking that everything was going in my side. I was studying well. I was doing good in the exams, and suddenly all the rules changed and everything went totally opposite. So still, I had that courage. I gave the exam. I passed, but then my marks were not that good that I'll get a good government college. So I tried in the private colleges. I didn't get a good college there. So then I gave CET, and then the CET got cancelled. Other exams, they got cancelled, and everything was like totally turned. So then I was very sad, and now I didn't want to waste another year, so I got into BSc, which was my second option. Like my second option was teaching, so I thought let's give a shot, and I went into that. So there also I took subjects which were related to medical. It was chemistry and biology, and physics was like, okay, I'll see. But then somewhere around my mind, it was still that I should try for medical. I should try for medical, and again, while studying BSc, I was preparing for my medical again. So again, I gave the exams. But by the time when I gave my BSc exams, since I was studying for the medical so hard that I knew the basics very well. So I was scoring good in my BSc also. So I didn't had to give much more time to my BSc studies. And then I started like studying for the medical one. And in medical, what happened is I passed it again. But this time it was like I didn't want to get into medical. Something was stopping me, and maybe it was the things which were turning around every time as I was giving medical. Maybe it was something else. And then my dad, and then I was very sad. Means I don't like to cry in front of my friends or my family, but then my mom caught me, and I was crying, and I was like very disheartened that I couldn't get into a college or medical college. I couldn't be an MBBS doctor. I had dreams of being a doctor. So then my mom, she used to like, okay, कुछ नहीं होता, let it be, हम कुछ और कर लेंगे वगैरह वगैरह. But my dad is always like, whatever happens, it happens for a reason. ठीक है? So it happens for a reason, and सबसे best thing which my dad used to say is, whatever happens is happening for something good. If you're not getting into a medical college, that means something better is waiting for you. And that thing was continuously in my mind. And then I started, now I gave 2 years of my life to medical. I didn't get into it. So now let's see what happens with me. So I will do what makes me happy. And so then I made a bucket list. So bucket list was football, playing football, photography, hiking. These all were there in my bucket list. I started making bucket lists. I started doing those things which made me happy. And then I was a good football player, so I represented my college in the different competitions. Then I went into many other competitions representing my college. Then in my final year of my BSc, I was representing India, my own country, in the US, with along with 3 other friends from different parts of the country. And that time, like, the thing strike that my dad said that something good is waiting for you. And I thought that, is this the thing which was waiting for me? Like, I'm so happy now. I played football, I do everything which I like, I have so many friends from different countries now. And then, like, I'm not feeling that thing that I didn't become a doctor. Yeah, sometimes it feels like, yeah, now in this corona time, if I was a doctor, I could help a lot of people. Maybe I would be a very good doctor. I would help so many people. But then I can help people not only by being doctor, but also
Um, is there issue with my network or at your end? Uh, Guys, can you comment whose video is paused? Okay, I think there was some network issues with Shubham's end. It's Shubham's end. So let me connect him again. Let's wait for Shubham to join again. Uh, Till then, do you guys have any questions related to?
Yeah, now can you hear me?
Yes, now I can.
Yeah, I guess I'm in Qatar, so because of that, some
Yeah,
yes
network.
issues. Yeah. So then my dad, the thing struck in my mind, and I was then happy. And then I was like, I didn't expect things from other things. Like while I was studying for medical, I had expectations that I'll score like this, I'll do like this, I'll do that. After that, I stopped every expectations. I was like, जो होगा देखा जाएगा. I'll enjoy this moment. Today is the moment. Today is the time. I'll enjoy today. कल का कल देखेंगे. जो कल हो गया, I can't do anything. जो कल आने वाला है उसको कल देख लेंगे. आज है, let's enjoy this thing. So this was the force that struck me, and then I was continuously moving ahead, and I was happy whatever I was doing. And this was the experience, like where I was very disheartened, but then now at this moment I'm very happy today because of those experiences only.
Right.
Yeah.
That's so amazing. Amazingly, you have picturized, and I like the perspective, the word that you mentioned in the start, like happy failure. It's very
So
important to
I
see
failed. Yes, I failed, but I'm happy. So it's a happy failure.
right. So it's very important that you look back and learn something and be happy that okay, this is where I wanted to be. That all these journeys I have traveled for, right?
Right.
Very important. So it was like we have been classmates in school, and we know like
Right.
the doctor has been our utmost priority and utmost aim in life, but
Right.
life has
We took
different
biology
plans.
to become a doctor. Biology,
Yeah,
biology,
right,
biology everywhere. Yeah.
right. So yes, it would have definitely been disheartening because you have given your 2 years to get into
Right.
medical. So if I may
Yeah.
ask, like what were the thoughts and emotions at that time that were running through your mind? And
So uh, during that moment, it was like कि everything was going in my side, and suddenly सब कुछ change हो गया. So was it something I did, or was it my mistake that I did something? Was it like I studied from my side, I gave my 100%? What was it? Something I missed? ऐसा कुछ हुआ क्या कि उसने कुछ ज्यादा कर दिया, मैंने कुछ कम कर दिया? Yeah, what else happened? Because I had my family support, I had all the books I needed, I had the time I needed, I had the institutional help, like the institutions to help, the teachers to help, everything was perfect. Then what was wrong that this thing happened? And I was
hmm,
very sad. I used to cry when I was in my washroom. I used to cry a lot, thinking that kya galat ho gaya, and whose fault is this? And then later on, it was when I spoke to my mom and dad, and they said "Ki no one's fault, it is just that it was not in your fate.
right.
Maybe don't think that you don't deserve it, maybe that thing doesn't deserve you." And that was a positive thing, like okay, medical doesn't deserve me, fine. Okay, let's think that way, let it be. So that
Like
was the thing. And then constantly I had support from my friends, my family, so they spoke to me, and then many other things. So what happens in this moment is, so like the first thing is you need to have a stable mind, you need to think positively from every side. So if something broke, you need to see the positive side of it. Maybe you can get a better one now. So if I broke a glass, okay,
hmm,
it was a
I think it's again buffering, Shubham. Um, Shubham, are you there? Okay, I think there is again some technical difficulty. Okay, someone is asking what's the topic. So it's our 21st episode of Unspoken Experiences. So unspoken experiences are something that we bring every week. We bring people, we bring guests to share their experiences that they have been through in their life. So it's one such experiences that Shubham is sharing with us. Okay, I've got the invite.
I'm so sorry this thing is happening.
It's all right. It's all right. It's not. It's in nobody's hand.
I know, I know. I'm so sorry for it.
It's all
This is
right.
again a hurdle. We are going to cross it.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. So what happened is in that moment, like you need to have a stable mind. You need to think the positive side of it. So there are three kind of people. So how they work in this. So there are the strongest ones. Mentally, they are strongest. So they know how to deal with it. They may
Hmm.
take time, but they will surely deal with it. Then
Hmm.
there are some this not that strong, not that weak. So what they do is they take time. They either get into bad addictions. You know what I mean. They get into bad addictions, or they need some good people in their life so that they can be stable with a little more time. And then there are some weak people who like end things up. So we need to think that it is not just our life. There are
Hmm.
so many people connected to us.
Hmm.
So there are our parents, our families, our friends. Many other people are there who are connected to us. Even though we don't talk to everyone every day, but then somewhere or the other we have some connections with them. And somewhere or the other we are important to them. They are important to us. So we need to think that way. And I believe that my life, my decisions can be taken, but then every decision I take in my life, it affects a lot of people around me. And so
Hmm.
I have to think from all perspectives, all sides of that person who is connected to me, and then I have to take that decision.
Right.
Right?
And
Yeah.
also one more thing I would like to add here.
Yeah.
Is my voice echoing?
No,
I
no,
can
no.
hear my voice back.
No, I can hear you like once only. No worries.
Okay, all right. So
Yeah.
the thing that I would like to add here is, uh, I don't know. You are not hearing my voice back, right?
No, 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 no. I can
My
hear
voice
you totally fine.
is
Yes,
clear,
please, please.
right? Okay.
Yeah.
So what I believe is that all individuals are same. Like
Yeah.
no individual are strong, weak, or in between. What
Yeah.
I feel is that it's all about the perspective that we
Yeah.
talked about in the start, right? So how you
Mm.
perceive things, and those perceptions are different because we have been through different experiences in life, and we have had different beliefs, values, and everything. So I think if we can work on our perceptions, we all are strong individuals. We have
Yeah.
mental capacity and abilities that we all need. It's just about the
Right.
perception if we can work on it, right?
Right.
If we
For
can
that, we need good people around us. Yeah.
yes, right, absolutely. Yeah. So, like as I have also witnessed through photographs, videos, like the growth that you have been through.
Yeah.
Uh, so, how was it like? Those there was a difficult time when you were going through a lot of thoughts and self doubts, if I may say, right?
Yes.
Like what was
Right.
going wrong, what I'm not doing right, right? So,
Yeah.
what has been that one thing that has stood out for you?
So the
Matlab, that has
one thing,
matters.
okay. So the one thing was like, I must say it was my parents only, because the thing is, whenever I am happy, they are with me. Whenever I am sad, they are with me. And I didn't ever hear anything from my mom or dad that they would say कि ये क्यों नहीं किया तुझसे ये कैसे नहीं हो पाया. They never questioned me. they never ever questioned me. It was so good to feel that my mom and dad, they always, my dad always said, तेरे को जो करना है लाइफ में तू कर, ठीक है, आई कैन हेल्प यू ओनली इन लाइक फाइनेंशियली, आई कैन हेल्प यू, I can't come and tell you कि तू ये कर, नहीं, it is your life, you have to decide and you have to do what makes you happy. Just
Right.
select something which you don't regret later, right? So
Right.
that thing which I saw, that my mom and dad, they are in support of me. Whatever I do, they support me. They never question me. So that thing was like, if they have so much courage, they have so much belief in me, why not me myself? So I should also do that. And that support and that belief, that pushed me ahead. And like, now whatever I'll do something to make them happy, because making them happy makes me happy. And even my friends who are there in the viewers, they'll also see that I prefer to make others happy who are near me, other than me being happy alone. So it's
Right.
like making them happy makes me happy. And the the belief in me and the thing I like is making others happy, spreading love, spreading happiness is what pushed me ahead. And now where I am here is because of that.
That's amazing. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, I can also vouch for that. That you always keep others' interest also in mind, like what can make them happy. So
Right. Thank you so much.
that's true. Um, so having a support system
Yeah.
um, is very important in life, right?
Right.
Be it parents, friends, your family members, or anybody you can count on, right?
Right.
So
it
that's
is it is like you can have your alone time. Alone time is very important. You can self analyze yourself, but then every situation is not it does not require a alone time. So if I am in a situation where I need to talk to someone, if I don't talk to someone, it will be continuously hitting me from inside, right? So you need to have people, you need to have anyone. I'm not saying it should be your parents only. There can be one friend, one person to whom you can say anything you feel. You can talk to like naturally. You are the one with them naturally. So
right.
you can have your alone time, you can self analyze yourself, but then when the situation is that you need to talk to someone, or else it is killing you from inside, you need to go and talk to them. I know that the everyone has that one person in their life, I'm sure about it, okay? So, and I'm also sure that that person, maybe a boy, girl, anything, they will never judge you on that. Even if I'm going and telling my problem, they will never judge you. They will tell you something. It can be weird. It can be totally weird. That situation can be totally weird. But then they will surely help you. They will never want you. They will never want you to suffer alone and
Right.
can do nothing. Right. So I believe that in my life there are many friends, many friends. But then I have 2 to 3 friends with whom I always hang out, and they know me very well. And that way, and I have also tried to be that friend to them, and not only to them, to many others. So whoever comes to talk to me and tells me their problem, I'm always there, I always help them. It is like mental health. Now you have seen in many social media and everywhere, it is like mental health going on everywhere, and there are many people who are sharing their mental health. There are many who are not, because they are cautious that what will happen if I share, right?
Right.
And many other things, that the thing that their problem is not that big that I should share or anything. But then
Right.
even if there is a small problem in my life, small problem, you can share it to someone. It happens that they can't help you sometimes, but then most of the time they can give you such silly answers which will surely help you somewhere. कुछ ना कुछ तो हो ही जाएगा, काम चली
Right.
जाएगा for sure. ऐसा होता है. तो we we need to find that person in our life, and also we need to be that person for someone else,
Right.
right? So
Right.
mental health is nothing like कि medicine ले लो और हो जाएगा ठीक, नहीं, ऐसा नहीं होता. It is like you need to talk, you need to get those things out of your mind, and you need to find that positive side to think of it. कुछ ना
Right.
कुछ तो होगा. Something is positive in everything. ऐसा कोई भी चीज नहीं है जिसमें सिर्फ नेगेटिविटी भरा है, नहीं. Everything has some positive side. Find that positive side, work on it, be happy with what you have. ठीक है, उसके पास उतना खुशी है, मेरे पास नहीं है, नहीं, that doesn't matter. इतनी भी खुशी है, if you make that big, it will work for everything in your life. I believe in that. And I don't
Yeah,
know how many of others believe, but I totally believe in this.
yes, that's absolutely true. But sometimes what happens is what I have experienced and also have seen. Like
Yeah,
sometimes it gets very difficult to see positive sides because we know
right,
that there is positive sides, but
right,
we don't. We get so much overwhelmed with the emotions that we are feeling. And
right.
I think there is this term tragic optimism that is there
Mhm.
in psychology. Like you cannot always look out for brighter sides. Sometimes you
Right,
have to let your emotions sink in and let yourself feel those emotions non-judgmentally. Like you have
right,
to be that friend for yourself as well. Like
right.
non-judgmental, empathetic friend that you can be for
Mhm.
others, right?
Right.
So that is also something like, yes, whenever it is possible, look out for things that are functional, that are positive in ways, but
Hmm.
also let yourself feel the emotions that you're feeling,
Right.
non-judgment.
You feel it because I that this line I've always believed in it, that if there is nothing negative in it, तो वो
Hmm,
जो पॉजिटिविटी है ना, उस पॉजिटिविटी का वैल्यू कम हो जाता है. Okay,
definitely.
so if there is anything negative, that makes your positive things more positive, है ना,
Right,
it enhances your positivity. So
right.
even if there is something negative,
Hmm,
feel it. ठीक है, यहाँ पे कुछ गलत है, feel it. But then when it overcomes you, then find a way to get out of it.
hmm,
And even if you don't find anything positive in that, there is nothing, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है ना कि वही एक चीज है दुनिया में, नहीं. Get over it, do something else. ठीक है, कुछ
right,
ना देख. We humans, we are socially, we are like, it is said that we are above other animals because we can think, we can speak, and we can do what we feel, and we can
right,
innovate things, right?
right,
So if we have that power, use it. Do something which makes us happy, right? It isn't like एक ही चीज है वो खराब हो गया उसके पीछे पड़ रहा हो, नहीं. You have to find things, you have to find ways जिससे एक चीज छोड़े दूसरे पे गए and find happiness,
right, right,
है ना.
right, right, right. So as you mentioned, like get out of the overwhelming emotion that you're feeling and you're unable to deal with it. So one thing is acknowledge what you're feeling, right?
Right,
ओके
right,
आई एम फीलिंग दिस नॉन जजमेंटली कि हाँ ठीक है मैं ये फील कर रहा हूँ मेरे को इसको जज नहीं करना लाइक इट्स अ पार्ट ऑफ मी राइट
right.
देन
Yeah,
सेकंड इज द सपोर्ट दैट वी टॉक्ड अबाउट है ना
yes.
तो इट कैन बी हमारे पेरेंट्स हमारे फ्रेंड्स बट देयर
Friends.
इज
Yeah,
ऑल्सो समथिंग sometimes what I have felt myself as well that um, it also gets overwhelmed for the other person also. Like they don't know how to react to certain situations. If
right.
I'm going to a friend for some help related to the overwhelming emotion that I'm feeling, there are
Mhm.
chances that that person does not know how to react and
Right.
might end up reacting in a way that you are not looking for.
Not looking for, right. Yep.
You know? So during those times, what are your views about mental health professionals? Like seeking a help from a mental health professionals. How do you see it as?
Okay, so I've never been to a professional, but then as I've seen in movies, or maybe I have heard from others, so
Hmm.
those professionals, they have gone over these things. Because of that, they felt that this is important, and hence they have become the professionals. So
Hmm.
obviously they will be knowing the situation much better than us. They won't know what I'm feeling, but then they can have things which is related to it, so they can relate things. Okay.
Right.
And now they, what they can do is either what they do is either they get us some other help, like they suggest us some ways, like listen to music. Okay, now
Right.
listen to music, go to the nature, go for hiking, sit at a very silent place and feel the nature, feel the breeze and everything. So these things can also help. Other than that, they can tell us some different, like they can either tell us some different stories which can relate to our stories, and they how then they overcome those things. So these examples, these ideas which are now if I give you the idea कि चल जाके हम पहाड़ पे चढ़ते हैं और बैठ के आते हैं, ठीक है,
Right.
इट माइट बी लाइक हाँ तेरे को पहाड़ पे चढ़ना है इसलिए तू मेरे को लेके जा रहा है. बट इफ अ
Hmm.
प्रोफेशनल टेल्स कि यू गो एंड एंजॉय द नेचर, यू लिसन टू द म्यूजिक, हाँ भाई डॉक्टर ने बोला है ना, प्रोफेशनल ने बोला है. सो every idea which I can give, they can give a idea more than me, but then every idea they give has some intensity in it. Okay,
Hmm.
if they are giving any idea, it is much more important than any other one, other person giving it. So
Hmm.
they have that position, they have that experience, right?
Right.
And
Equip.
they know how to deal with the people.
Right. And
Yeah, so
also,
I can tell you some idea in my way, but their way of telling you those ideas can be totally different and more effective, maybe.
right, right.
Right?
Because what this is something that you have very well said, that if some authority is telling you something, then you believe
Yeah.
more easily than a friend is
Right.
telling you, right?
Right.
But there
Yeah.
is also this one thing that professionals do, like instead of giving direct advice, they direct you that what can you do
Hmm.
about it, and
Right.
like
So
directly
they're
telling,
helping you to find your own answers.
yes, yes,
Because
right,
directly giving you the answer कि हाँ तू ये कर ले, so it would be like कि हाँ डॉक्टर ने बोला है कर लूंगा. But
right,
if the doctor is directing me to somewhere and then
hmm,
I find the answer myself, so I would be like, I knew the
right,
answer. I
right,
knew the answer. I could do it before. But then
right,
now that he has given me the path, let's do it because I
right,
have answered it. Right?
right, right. So, yes, that was all it, that you can seek help, seek
Right.
support from people that you can count on. And a mental health professional also comes in people that you can count
Obviously,
on,
more
right?
effectively.
Yeah, right. So, what is the last message that you would like, matlab, last message of this episode that you would like to give
Okay.
viewers?
Okay. So the thing I will share is ki first thing I said ki find a way which is positive in every problem. And I am sure if you try very hard, then you will surely find that way. If you're not finding that way, leave that way. Find another way. First thing. Second thing, always have one person in your life to whom you can share things to and to whom you can be a person to share things with. Right? So be that strong, be that mentally strong. You need to think positively because it is not this thing which is handling you, this is you who is handling this. Okay, so be that strong from here. Okay, other than this, have always smile, try to be smiling every time. You don't have to find कि यार ये बुरा हो गया, नहीं, it's okay ना यार, होगा, बुरी बुरी चीजें होगी तभी तो अच्छी चीजें आएंगी ना, रात होगी तभी तो दिन होगा, है ना. तो अगर कुछ बुरा हो रहा है, let it happen, ये समय भी गुजर जाएगा, right? And एक और चीज which my dad has always told me and I'll tell everyone else, everything happens for a reason, and if anything is happening, it is happening for a good reason. So
Right,
wait for the good. Don't be disheartened कि यार बुरा हो गया, नहीं, कुछ ना कुछ अच्छा हो ही जाएगा तुम्हारे साथ. Don't worry, just be happy, do what you are doing, do what makes you happy, believe in yourself, and try to enjoy this life. You have only one life. सात जन्म ये सब कुछ नहीं, मेरे को नहीं पता. This life today, don't bother about your past, don't worry about your future, enjoy today. तुम आज
mhm,
खुश हो तो कल पक्का खुश रहोगे, आज खुश नहीं हो तो कल अच्छा नहीं होगा. So
right,
be happy at this moment, eat what you feel like, drink what you feel like, be with people you feel like, go to places you feel like, enjoy the nature, be happy in whatever you are doing. Don't just do anything for like for just doing it. Don't just finish things for doing it. Do what makes you happy and find importance in everything you do. And
right,
other than that, um, okay, and be strong, be positive in life, be happy, smiling.
right.
Yeah.
That's important. So it was lovely chatting with you, Shubham, and thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for agreeing to do this live on a very short notice.
I'm
Really
always
appreciate.
there to talk to people who want help, who want to be happy, and I'm there. And whenever you need help, I'm there on Instagram, Snapchat, WhatsApp, whatever you want. I'm there. You can talk to me. Also, if you guys are interested in environmental work, social work, then there's a page called Shashak Bharat, which is my own NGO. We are working for it before who went to the US for representing India. So you can come to us. You can work for the country. Thank
Yes,
you so
and
much, Curious Insights, for having me. The whole team, all the best for future work also.
thank you so much, and wish you the same, Shubham. Wish you the same,
Thank you.
and convey my regards to uncle and auntie. So,
Sure, sure, sure. They might be watching the live only because they were sitting there and watching the live. So they were actually happy that they will see you after so long, and they're happy to
so
see you soon.
thank you. It was lovely chatting with you, Shubham.
Thank you so
Bye
much. Nice to
bye.
see you. Yes. Take
Same
care.
here. Same.
Bye. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Curious Insights team. Take care.
Thank you for doing it. Bye bye.
Okay. Bye bye. Bye. Take care.
So, thank you for coming and watching this live. So, we'll meet next week with another experience of another super personality. So, till then, take care and stay safe. Bye bye.